celebrating our connection with our pets. This is Animal Radio.
I'm Hal Abrams.
And I'm Judy Francis.
1-866-405-8405 to connect with anyone of the Dream Team. Who's that Dream Team, you ask? Dr. Debbie answering your vet medical questions. Groomer extraordinaire Joey Villani. Animal communicator Joy Turner. Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard. We're all here to help you. I'm pretty sure we can solve pretty much any problem you have.
Pretty much.
At least Vlade can. He says he can.
Yeah.
Today's our big pick show for the holidays.
Love it.
Do this every year. And we have giveaways as we do every year. In fact, everything we're talking about, our top picks, we have giveaways. And I'll give you a little tease. There's a lot of new technology this year.
What is that you're holding in your hand? I thought that was very interesting. What is that?
It looks like a weed eater, but it
does.
It's like an automatic poop picker-upper.
There's so many things that come out for picking up poop. It's amazing what ideas people come up with.
It's a poop vacuum.
Yeah, but this vacuums it?
Yes, it vacuums it.
Whoa. Oh, my gosh.
A lightweight cordless power tool.
That's a wonderful thing.
Called Pooch Power. And it's one of our picks this year, and we'll be giving away one of these in just a few moments here. Yeah, that's what I love about this show. It's one of those shows that I wish that I was a listener.
On the other end.
Yeah. Call in and win some good stuff today. Ooh.
That's a great thing.
And they're going to win this too? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's that?
I can't say.
Oh.
It's a little tease there. You're working on big news in the newsroom.
Yeah, all kinds of good stories this week.
I understand that, and this is kind of sad news, Oscar, the Vietnamese pot-bellied pig, has passed. And,
he had a life and a half.
He like the
he was a model
world record for the oldest pig.
Yes,
model. He did. What did he do? He did print. What else did he do?
Well, he was on an Avanti greeting card wearing just pearls when he was at his svelte modeling weight of 60 pounds. He later on went to be quite large, but his owner scaled back and she started feeding him a lot more fruit, vegetables, that kind of thing. So he was 130 pounds when he passed, but he was 21 years old, which is old for a pig because generally they'll go about 15 to 20 years, but it's very unusual to live that long. But when you consider the guy had a miniature house next to a swimming pool, an umbrella to protect him from the sun, and weekly baths and rub-downs. Heck, I think we'd all last as long as we possibly could.
He wasn't going
We should
anywhere.
all have Oscar's life.
Yes, we should. In fact, we're going to dedicate today's show to Oscar. He was 21 years old when he died, the Vietnamese pot-bellied pig. If you're like me, you're still like losing a lot of weight that you gained over the last few days.
Trying to lose it.
And you may be traveling with your pets coming up for Christmas or for Hanukkah. And I see that a lot of us are going to be traveling with our pets this year.
Oh, man, there is just all kinds of folks that hit the road for the holidays. And a lot of them say that they're going to take their pets with them, mostly dogs that travel with their families, because everybody feels that their pets are part of the family and they should be with them on the holidays. And most stay with family and friends, but a good percentage, about 33%, stay in pet-friendly hotels.
Oh, really?
I just want to say, when you're traveling with your pet, put them inside the vehicle. Who was that guy?
Absolutely.
Wasn't it a mayor or governor or somebody who put their dog up on top of the car?
Oh, yeah.
Tied the dog on top of the car?
It's crazy.
Yeah. Don't tie your dog on top of the car in the luggage rack.
No, they got to be inside. Well, don't even let them stick their head out the window. You know, you see dogs sticking their head out the window all the time.
Dangerous.
It looks like fun, but so many eye injuries result from
man, I even read a story last week locally about a guy who let his friends take his dog to the beach. They had her leashed in the back. She was attached in the back of a picnic truck. They stopped quickly. She fell out, got dragged, and lost a leg.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. So things like that can happen. But also, with everything we got going on for our giveaways today, most pet owners say they spend $50 to $100 on pet products and services during the holiday season.
Wow, that's a lot.
That super duper pooper scooper is going to come in handy.
Yeah,
it is. 3 giveaways today. This good stuff. Woo! Let's hit the phones, 1-866-405-8405 if you want to talk to Dr. Debbie, groomer Joey Villani, animal communicator Joy Turner, or Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard. Call us now.
Animal Radio is brought to you by Natural Balance Pet Food, the finest food you can buy for the health of your pet. No matter which line of Natural Balance Pet Food you choose, you know it will truly be the food for a lifetime. Visit www.naturalbalance.net to learn more.
celebrating our connection with our pets. This is Animal Radio. Here are your hosts, Cal Abrams and Judy Francis.
And don't forget your entire dream team here to answer your questions. Dr. Debbie with your vet medical questions. Groomer Joey Villani. Animal communicator Joy Turner. Vladi, the world famous Russian dog wizard. And Susan Sims with giveaways. 1-866-405-8405. It's toll free to connect with anyone. Very special show today. This is our yearly picks, holiday picks.
Ooh, that's my favorite one. There's so much good stuff that comes out every year.
Seems like there's a lot more than last year. A lot of good things.
A lot of, I don't know, little gadgets, technical stuff,
technology.
gadgets. Yeah, technology is just really going to the dogs.
And we're giving away one of everything we're talking about today. We're going to give away, I know one of the products, here's a little tease, is the Eyenimal Pet Video Camera. You're talking about technology.
What is that?
It's a little camera that fits around your dog's neck. Here's a picture. I'll hold it up to the microphone so you can see it there. And takes 2.5 hours of video so you can see where they've been and where they go during the day.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
And, of course, we'll be giving one away. It's worth about $135, as well as some other great things, great products in today's... And if you want to follow along at home, you can go to the website at animalradio.com and see pictures of everything we're talking about today. Go ahead, Jan. A little tired there?
Yeah, trying to wake up over here.
Lori Roberts, what are you working on in the newsroom there?
Well, I got one of the best stories of the year, really. A dog that we had reported on who her owner had to have her put to sleep, but it didn't take. And, and the next morning she woke up, and I'm going to tell you what happened with her and how wonderful it was and how she's living out her days in a very happy place.
Oh, very good, because I was wondering if that guy was going to euthanize her.
Go take her back.
I didn't know what the deal was.
Well, it was breaking his heart. This guy, he's 27. He was being foreclosed upon. He was having to move to a Detroit apartment. Couldn't take his dog with him. She was 11. She'd been dealing with a lot of painful health issues. And you know, he kind of was facing, what do I do? She's 11. I can't give her up to somebody else. Yeah. And, you know, it was a heartbreak. It was a heartbreak move no matter what happened, but it turned out for the best.
Okay, more in the news coming up with Lori Roberts in just a few minutes. If you want to connect with anyone of the Dream Team now, put those fingers in the phone. 1-866-405-8405. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. How about you?
Very good. Where are you calling from?
Today we're in Denver, Colorado.
Ooh, that's where I was born, raised and born. Beautiful place. What's going on?
It was snowing earlier.
Was it? That happens there.
I know.
So what's going on with your pet? I have Dr. Debbie right here.
Well, hi.
Hello. Well, we have a miniature schnauzer, and he is 3 years old, and he goes on the truck with us. We drive team big trucks, and he goes with us. He's started lately with this annoying, head. He moves his head up and back. We took him to a vet and had him checked, and I thought it was probably maybe his ears or teeth, and they said no, it wasn't. So I don't know if it's a bad habit. I don't know if it's maybe the hair around his mouth, or if it's really something more serious.
I guess I'm trying to get a better picture of what he's doing. You said he lifts his head up and back, like looking up over his head?
You just lift your head up real quick, and that's what he does. It's almost like a person, you know, have you ever seen a person that's got like a tick, and they jerk their head back?
Yeah, okay.
That's what he does.
Okay, and then when he's doing that, is he showing any kind of distress to his ears or his head? Does he rub his face, do anything like that?
Not at that time. I mean, he does at times, but not then. Usually he just kicks his head back, but it's getting to be more often, and that's why I was wondering, you know, if it could be something serious.
Yeah. Now, and you said he was checked out by the veterinarian recently?
Yeah. Yeah, on the road we took him to a vet, and there was nothing with his ears or with his teeth.
Okay, good, because that's definitely one of the big things that I'll look at. Now, there are the most common things when we see head shaking or head bobbing. I'm going to look in the ears, make sure we don't have any foreign objects down there, any deep infections. If we're eliminating that or other weird causes of things such as neck or back pain, you know, there are some strange, even weirder conditions out there that can be some head bobbing disorders. Some of them can be types of seizure forms. Others are completely benign, harmless conditions that basically they just nod their head, kind of up, down, like almost like one of those little dolls, the little bobbling head dolls, if you will. So there can be those situations. And in many dogs, if I don't find anything else physically, we'll investigate the potential like seizure form of this, where it would be a petit mal seizure. So in many dogs, I'll put them on an anticonvulsant like phenobarbital, see if that helps to diminish the signs. But if everything else looks good and we've eliminated those health possibilities and it's not accompanied with pain or any other type of discomfort, then I might rule this into the head bobbing disorder. And it's kind of strange, kind of weird, definitely a table conversation for having friends over if your dog is sitting there bobbing with a head. So, yeah.
Well, is there any possibility that it could be the hair around his mouth? I mean, that it gets, because I know it gets in there, and I lift his, I don't know what that's called around there, but I lift it and try to get the hair out, but I don't know if that's
it's possible. Yeah, I can make some weird scenario if, maybe, he's got eating and some hair gets wet, kind of gets partially in the mouth. Yeah, maybe we can make a case for that. But I would also expect him to show some other signs that he's trying to get to it. Rubbing at his mouth, pawing, excessive licking, things like that where that might be going on. Now, and then I should also kind of back up and, we talked about a physical exam and making sure all is well there. But I would also feel better if we had some lab work on file, just to check things like blood sugar and calcium. Those kind of disorders can cause some problems with neurologic type behaviors as well. And hopefully not likely in a 3-year-old, but it would definitely be something I would just want on to make me go, whew, okay, it's not that.
I don't think they've never done any lab work or anything like that on him.
Yeah, I wouldn't hesitate. I think that would be a good plan. And anytime you have blood work done for your pet, one tip that if I could extend to everybody out there is if you have the option and the ability to think about it ahead of time, fast your pet before you bring them in for the lab work. It just makes things so much nicer. It eliminates some variables when we're interpreting that blood work. And that's as long as things are safe enough to do that. Just to fast them for, say, 12 hours. So no breakfast the morning you go to take them into the vet.
Oh, okay. So basically like a fast. Okay.
Yeah, my doctor does that to me. Every time I have to go give blood, no breakfast, no tea, no nothing. So the same kind of guidelines go across for animals as well.
I always wondered about that. So fast them for those blood tests, okay. And then that's 12 hours ahead of time at least?
Ideally, yeah. And like I said, there's some special tests where we wouldn't want to do that or conditions where we wouldn't want to fast a pet. But for most routine lab work, yeah, we'd like that. It just makes the veterinarian smile.
Good. Thanks, Linda. Drive carefully through that snow in Colorado. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with anyone of the Dream Team right now. I think I've missed my calling I think I could be a groomer.
Oh, boy.
Put those scissors down.
Look what I've done over here.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to take my dog into the real groomer to get it evened out.
There's not enough hair products in the world to save that.
No.
I'll tell you, Wall makes me feel like I could be a groomer, and Animal Radio is brought to you by Wall. Wall dogs are one of the most intelligent animals, so it's no wonder that Wall pet clippers are the #1 choice of dogs and their owners. The Wall blades provide better grooming results, and you'll look smart for saving money. Visit wallpet.com. That's WAHL pet.com.
You're listening to Animal Radio. You can learn more about today's guest at animalradio.com. Log on. Learn more.
Hi, I'm Steve Garvey, and I'm here with my good friend, actor, and pet food guru, Dick Van Patten.
Hiya, Steve. It's good to see you.
Dick, my 2 dogs have been on your natural balance for years. They love it. They look great. So what's the secret?
It's simple. Our formulas are developed by top nutritionists and based on scientific fact. And then they're made with the best ingredients.
It's just a winning combination.
It is. Just like Russell to Lopes to Garvey.
Thanks for that. Hey, everyone. If you love your pets like I love mine, try Natural Balance.
Ruff! Hi, I'm Buddy the dog, and I'm here to tell you about Smart Tag Pet ID.
I was wearing the smart tag when I got lost and ended up at a dog shelter. I'm microchipped, but my information wasn't up to date. My parents reported me lost to the smart tag recovery specialists, and I was home in no time. Smart tag is offering 1 year of free pet protection. Purchase smart tag at Petco or PetSmart. Enter code RADIO at setup for your free 1 year of pet protection. Learn more at www.smarttags.com. Ruff!
Your dog does not want a sweater this holiday or any day. Your dog would much rather show off its great-looking coat thanks to the grooming you gave with your new Wall Pet Clipper. Wall is the #1 grooming choice of dogs and their owners. Because Wall's precision blades provide better-looking results, grooming at home is safe and easy and helps you save money. So show how much you care. Cut your dog's hair with a Wall Clipper. Visit Wall, WAHLpet.com.
Never see, touch, or smell messy waste again. The scoop-free self-cleaning litter box automatically sweeps away waste after Kitty does its business. For a limited time, Animal Radio listeners can enjoy a special holiday offer. Get the scoop-free self-cleaning litter box, a free toy, and free shipping for only $99.99. Offer can be redeemed at scoopfree.com/Animal Radio. Offer expires December 31st.
Animal Radio is brought to you by SeniorPetProducts.com. As your best friend settles into middle age and shows signs of slowing down, SeniorPetProducts.com is there to help your senior pets live to the fullest with thousands of products for the life of your pet. SeniorPetProducts.com.
Hi, Martha.
Hi.
How are you today?
I am just fine.
What's going on? I have Lottie, the world famous Russian dog wizard, here to help you.
You know what?
Hi,
I have
Martha.
a new pup. She's only 8 weeks old, and I'm trying to potty train her. She does really well when I'm home, but I'm gone most of the day. And I do have a job where I have the opportunity to take her with me, but not all the time. And I put the puppy pads out, and she uses them, and then she already knows to go outside. She'll whimper at the door, and I'll take her out. But when I'm not there, or I don't know, what's the best way to train her when I'm not home?
Nothing is work, Martha, as well when you're not home, when you're home. But let's try to sort it out, the situation. How old is your puppy?
She is 4 weeks. I'm sorry, 8 weeks.
8 weeks. Okay. And what is the breed?
Okay, the mother was a Jack Russell and a Dachshund mix. And unfortunately, we don't know what the father was because we found the mother. She was hit by a car. We tried to find a home where she lived. We couldn't. We took the dog home. She had puppies 3 days later, and we had 7 pups. And so I took one of them.
Mother was whore, I guess, because she has. We don't even know who the father is. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say it on the radio, but sometimes I can, and just what it is. Anyway, you have a challenging breed here, which is Dachshund, which is the
Now we're only guessing that it's Dachshund because we noticed some of the puppies were a little long. And we're
if it's pee around, it's mean Dachshund. If it's pee around all the time, you can't stop it. That's mean Dachshund. But anyway, despite of this, Dachshund and not Dachshund, and considering, how old is your puppy right now, you're just doing brilliantly well. You're doing really well at this age. You have a very high expectations, and at this age, you cannot expect too much. Okay.
That's what I was thinking too.
Exactly. What state do you live?
I live in California.
State? Oh, so California. What city?
I live in the Southern California, down in the Orange County area.
Okay, probably. I live in Newport, so somewhere around. So
yeah, there you go, Westminster. Yes.
I know that city really well. So, considering your unique situation, you can do a pretty simple solution. If you have access to your balcony, and you make sure it's safe, because if it's not going to work. The balcony needs to be enclosure as the double barrier. You just can go to your local store and get some gate. Okay.
Well, I do live in a home. Now, I do have a front yard. The thing is, the front yard is exposed to a high traffic area.
Okay, so I guess it's not going to work. No, it's not going to work. So what you need to do, you need to still get the gate. And after that, I'm talking about the gate. You know which one? Foldable. So you can fold, you can increase and decrease. It's very cheap. I saw myself in Petco a few days ago for $60. It's very cheap. And you can start with very small space. Just a crate is there, a dog bed is there, a dog's bowl is there, a few toys, and a puppy pad. And from that time, every maybe 3-4 days, if everything is coming well when you're not home, because you're expecting your dog to housebreak on its own, basically, because otherwise you should have a pet sitter comes in or somebody comes in. It's going to be whole system. But if you want to do it in the easy way, it's always about easy way or the hard way. You chose the easy way, and here's what you need to do. You need to buy that stuff, the foldable gate, and after gradually increase the size of the area, like a giving freedom step by step. Make sure you're in the very beginning your like a pee pads. If you don't use one, use 2, 2.5, or 3, so it will be big area. And after gradually, as you're increasing the space of your area, you should decrease the space of the pee pads, and the empty area after pee pads, which is not now pee pads is on, it needs to be clean with a special product, so it would not bring the dog smell back to that area. And this is how I will do it. I will gradually increase the size, but I will never do it from 0 to
Now you're referring to this as being the outside area or the inside area?
No, you can do it inside. You can do. A lot of my clients in California do it in the inside area because in California, house is not as huge as in Michigan, for instance. You know what the Michigan is? Because people in California don't know the Michigan. It's people in California. Hell, if you ask where the Michigan is, they think it's Zimbabwe. They think it's somewhere between New York and L.A.
And it's the first place the immigrants go, it appears.
Exactly. I don't know why. I mean, probably American government decided after Russia, I would get to know America better because the same cold back there, and in Detroit the gunshot like a doorbell, like back in Moscow by that time. So I think they were thinking that's a good match for me.
Martha, I understand you have a second question here.
Yes, I've adopted 2 of my daughter's dogs. They were 2 English bulldogs. Now, they were babied when they were with her. I mean, she had them with her all the time. The only thing is she's in a situation where she's separated, and so now the dogs are with me. They were used to being indoors, even though they were not indoor dogs. And the thing is, now they're outside, and they've been doing fine. I believe one's a year and a half, maybe 2, and the other one's just turned a year. And they're brothers, but they're not from the same litter. And they had gotten along great up until last month, and then they're viciously fighting. I mean, we have to pull them apart.
How old are they now? How old are they?
I believe one has just turned a year because they've been with me 6 months, and I know he was 6 months old when
Okay, so it's a male and female? Is it male and female?
And they're both brothers.
Male. Okay, it's not as bad as could be male and female. It's not bad as it could be between females because fighting between 2 bitches is the worst in the world. But here's what I would do: I would get them back inside of your house, and I want to make sure I would get 2 crates. You like it or not, and I would make sure every night they sleep together, like side by side, no plastic, just a metal one. And I want to make sure I will replace a blanket or towel or dog bed, which is underneath frequently between the crates. And I will train 1 dog at a time, and I will have to train 2 dogs at a time. If you do it for 1 week, you're going to stop this problem quickly and easily. At this point, males fight, but no harm down. If they start fight, no matter what, you just need to get amazing device. Just go to the petgadgets.com and get the device by name Pet Convincer, which we're talking about a lot. Pet Convincer, and 1 convincing air blast, and that behavior in the past. But you want to make sure you also need to train them, like I said, 1 dog at a time, and after 2 dogs at a time, and they need to sleep together through the night. Dogs like humans, in order for them to get along with each other, needs to sleep together, work together, and eat together.
Thank you so much for your call today. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with anyone of the Dream Team right now. Hey, Sicky.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
What'd you eat?
Portuguese food, seafood. It tasted good, but I thought I had the flu this morning. I'm saying I had no symptoms, and then just kept going. And
So here's a bowl, or here's a bucket, so that just in case you feel like you need to do anything today, you just let me know, okay?
You got it.
It's time for another pick. We all voted for our favorite pet products. Today we're featuring all our favorites. Compilation of all of our dream team and giving away a bunch of these things today. Some great items, I think, this year. Much better than last year, if I might say so myself. And I think that's...
What do we got?
The economy has hit us pretty hard over the last year. And I know for me, I used to take my dog in to get groomed all the time. And I'd like a professional doing that. But more and more, it's more apparent that I can do this kind of stuff at home. Sorry, Joey.
Some of the
things.
Not as good as Joey does.
Well, with the help of Joey, he teaches us how to do it.
You need an expert. Just go on the website and you can follow along. Color by numbers,
And one of the companies that's making it possible, and one of our top picks this year, is Wall. And Sharon Bolt joins us. Hi, Sharon. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Now, I've known Wall for years. They've been around for years, mostly making clippers and trimmers for the professionals. But you have a consumer line. Is that correct?
In fact, we've been helping professionals since the late 60s and the early 70s, but we've had a consumer product line out for many years as well.
I am a big fan of Wall. I've used their clippers. My students have used their clippers. I mean, we've used a lot of Wall products over the years, and they've always been wonderful to us.
The company's been around 90 years, so they've got a history in this area.
Now, what makes Wall clippers, now I know, but I want you to tell listeners, what makes Wall clippers so much different?
The key performance benefits really start with the blades. Wall pet clippers and trimmers feature self-sharpening, high-carbon steel blades that really help home groomers provide the best cut for a variety of breeds. And the blades really also incorporate some superior geometry that really helps smooth the feed fur and protects the dog from some painful pulling, snagging, and jabbing.
Which is good with me now. Is it going to be something that's going to be easy for me to learn?
What are some tips you can give us if we've never done this before?
Well, if your dog is used to going, well, you might know, if you take your dog to the groomer, sometimes when they come back, they're sometimes they can be shaken up.
That's why I want to do it myself, by the way, so that I don't have to take them down to... I'm sorry.
It's the truth, though. I'll agree with all that. That's very true. There's a lot of times the dogs do come back nervous, scared, shaking.
Doing it yourself really creates a great opportunity for you to bond with your animal and create a more pleasurable and familiar environment for them. But if you're doing it for the first time, there's a couple things you might want to do to get both yourself comfortable with it and your dog.
Okay.
So a few days before you plan on doing the grooming, to help get your dog used to the clipper, because the clipper makes noise. It has a motor in it, and there's a sound to it. So you might have them sit next to you on the couch or on the floor in a comfortable position and turn the clipper on for a minute or two to get them used to the humming sound.
Get them acclimated to the sound, okay. I understand the Wall kit contains step-by-step instructions and an instructional DVD. Is this correct?
That is correct. There's instructions and a DVD both in the clipper kits as well as online.
So that's a good place to start, is with the Wall kit for someone that's like me, brand new.
Yeah, absolutely.
How much do the kits go for?
Well, they start around $29.99 and they go up to $59.99.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good.
A lot less than a professional grooming, and you know what? It pays itself off rather quickly.
Some quality equipment there, too, and it makes one of our picks this year for Animal Radio's top picks for the holidays. The Wall kits, the clippers, and the trimmers. We'll put all the information over at the website at animalradio.com. Sharon Bolt joining us. Sharon, thank you so much for joining us today.
Great, thank you.
We continue next with the countdown.
Hi, I'm Victoria Jackson, and you're listening to Animal Radio.
This portion of Animal Radio brought to you by
Herb Springer's Quick Release Dog Training Collar. Very humane, very gentle. Find a store near you at animalradio.com.
This is an Animal Radio News Update.
With Animal Radio News, I'm Lori Roberts. If you travel with your pets during the holidays, you're not alone. A recent survey by PetRelocation.com of more than 7,000 pet owners revealed that 63% will travel at least 50 miles with their pets, and 85% of those that travel with their pets for the holidays say that their pets influence how far they're going to travel. Most pet owners say they spend $50 to $100 on pet products and services during the holiday season, but a majority say that while their pets do not influence the length of their trips, they do influence where they choose to stay. A third of those asked said that they will stay in pet-friendly hotels, while most say they stay at the homes of family and friends. A large majority of pet owners travel with dogs instead of, cats and everything. You can see that. And a majority say they travel with their pets because they're a part of the family and should be with family and friends on the holidays. New York City animal shelters have stopped taking lost pet reports and will no longer search their 3 facilities for missing dogs and cats. Deep budget cuts have forced the nonprofits to cut their budgets by more than $1.5 million over the past 2 years. Owners are being told to search the 3 shelters, which are in Upper Manhattan, East New York, and Staten Island, for their lost pets. Rescuers and pet fans alike are extremely concerned about the number of animals that will not find their way home. A recent article in the issue of Science, the name of the magazine is called The Issue of Science, has solved the mystery on how cats get water into their mouths. It had been thought that the raspy hairs on a cat's tongue used for grooming helped draw water into its mouth. But a group of scientists, engineers, and physicists from MIT, Virginia Polytechnic Institute, and Princeton did a study that required no financing, by the way. But it turns out that the cat darts the end of its tongue, which is smooth, curving the upper side downward so that the tip lightly touches the water. The tongue is then pulled up at a high speed, drawing a column of water behind it, and before gravity can take over, the cat's jaws have closed over the water and it's swallowed. The cat does this 4 times a second, too fast for the human eye to see. Kind of makes you have all new respect for the work drinking water takes. The next time our cat Brooksy wants to drink from the toilet, I'm just going to say, what the heck? Knock yourself out. There you go. Paris Hilton's menagerie of pets is growing, and she'll love to keep you up to date on Twitter. Despite an attack directed at her by PETA, who says that she treats animals as if they were as disposable as her friends or fiancés, she now reportedly owns 18 dogs, the latest being a Chihuahua puppy named Peter Pan. In addition to the dog, she has a collection of rabbits, which, as we reported, she saved from a pet store when she learned they were going to be snake food. There's also a parrot named Hank, a miniature possum, and a pig named Princess Piglet, which is also Paris's pet name for any of her girlfriends that grow out of their size 0 genes. For Animal Radio News, I'm Lori Roberts. For breaking animal news, go to animalradio.com.
This has been an Animal Radio News Update. Get more at animalradio.com.
And this portion of Animal Radio is brought to you by Kimpton Hotels. If you're traveling to the pet-friendly city of Portland, Oregon, take your pet along and stay at the Hotel Monaco or Hotel Vintage Plaza. Just 2 of over 50 Kimpton hotels that are 100% pet-friendly with 0 fees and no size or weight limits. Find out more about Kimpton Hotels' Hospitality program by calling 1-888-KIMPTON. That's KIMPTON. Joey Villani doubling over. And I feel bad that...
Poor Joey.
I'm sorry. I feel bad that you came in today.
Go ahead, rub it in. If the people can see Hal's face and how much amusement he's getting out of this,
that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
You always have that grin going.
I'll tell you why. Because you're always eating out. I can't afford it. It's ramen for me. But you're always eating out, and finally the eating out bug finally got you back. And this time Portuguese, which I love Portuguese food, which is too bad that. You're going to have to tell me what restaurant it is so that I can stay away from it.
Believe
me, I'm going to send you there is what I'm going to do. I'll try this place.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Get him a free fish dinner free fish dinner for Christmas.
Exactly.
Give him a coupon.
I'll get you a gift certificate.
Yeah.
Hi, Tony. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Where are you calling from today?
Nebraska.
How are your pets doing? I have the good Dr. Debbie right here.
He's doing good, but only thing I'm having problems with, once in a while he gets red eyes, and he don't want to eat.
What kind of baby are we talking about here?
It's a Australian Shepherd.
Okay, and how old?
He's 10 months old.
Ah, so he's a youngin', so full of lots of energy and maybe a bit foolish as well, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you said that his eyes are red. Is there any problems with that? You're seeing the whites of the eye turning red?
Yeah, just the whites of the eyes.
Okay, and is there anything else going on? Discharge from the eye? Does he rub at them or squint his eyes?
Not that I ain't seen in other dogs. They usually get teardrops from the eyes. That's about normal.
Okay, a little bit of that staining in the corners of the eyes.
Yeah.
Well, as far as, an occasional redness in the eye, a lot depends on what environment he's in. So for a dog that's living indoors in the lap of luxury, sitting on the couch, there really shouldn't be a lot of environmental things that cause red eyes in a dog that age. If that's continuing in a pet that kind of lives indoors and has a secluded environment, I might be more apt to be concerned about that and investigate it. And one of the first things we do for a red eye is we look at it. We look at it with magnification, and in many cases we'll stain the eye with a fluorescent stain to make sure there's no abrasions or anything on the cornea. So that might be if we're worried about things. But in a pet that goes outside and spends time outdoors, you've got the effect of wind, dust, allergens, all those things that can cause the occasional red eye. And in a young dog, I kind of walk that line of, I need a little bit more evidence, if you will, that we have a problem regarding those eyes. Now, you mentioned he's not eating well, and that would be something that I would definitely say would alert me to see the veterinarian, because a young dog that's not eating reliably and having eye problems would definitely have me picking up that telephone and call in your local veterinarian. And so I would encourage you to check into that and talk to your vet locally.
Thanks for your call, 1-866-405-8405. We're all here toll-free at your beck and call with another pick, our top pick for the holidays and this time of book. It's called Oogie. This is my pick. Oogie. Oogie. What do you think of when you think of Oogie? Do you think ugly? Ooh.
No, I don't. Oogie, I think of it as a cute little nickname. Somebody who is loved.
Cute little name.
Yeah.
Oogie the dog, only a family could love, by Larry Levin. And Larry Levin is joining us. Hi, Larry. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. How are you?
So is Hal right? Is Oogie kind of derivative from ugly?
He's absolutely right.
Okay, well, let's not give out the story here. Okay.
But he's still adorable, so you're both right.
Okay. Good. Well, you have a couple of twin sons, Dan and Noah, and you had a really sick cat, terminally ill. You were taking him to the vet to be put to sleep, and then what happened?
Well, we turned the cat over, and standing around just talking with the on-duty veterinarian, and they brought out this little dog from the back where the cages are to go for a walk. And when I first saw the dog, when I say little dog, it weighed about 30 pounds at the time.
Pretty big.
Not as big as he was going to get. Let's put it that way. And it looked like he had been in a fire. It looked like the left side of his face had melted.
Oh.
It was bright pink scar tissue. He only had one ear. The left lower jaw hung down below the jawbone. As it turned out, a piece of his jawbone had been broken off, so there isn't enough jawbone for his lip. And I said to the doctor, what happened to him? And the doctor said he was a bait dog, and I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah, what does that mean for those that don't?
Fighting dogs are taught to fight by giving them live bait, and they have to inculcate a bloodlust in them. Oogie was found in a drug bust by area police, and at that level, they really brutalize the dogs. They beat them and starve them and get them as angry as they can, and then they turn them loose on a defenseless animal. Remember, this is 8 years ago. If the police had taken the dog to the SPCA, which is what they're supposed to do, but this was, I guess, in non-operational hours, he would have been euthanized on the spot because he faced hours of surgery, and then, assuming you could save his life, there's no guarantee he would be safe with people or other animals.
Right.
But this vet just took a gamble, Dr. Bianco at Ardmore Animal Hospital, prompted by the director of operations, Diane Klein, and he operated for 3.5 hours and saved the dog. And then they found that the dog wouldn't eat, and they worried about that for almost a week. And Dr. Bianco that's when he figured out that the piece of jawbone that had been broken off was sticking into the roof of the dog's mouth, so that every time he bit down, he was in extreme pain. But the nature of the breed is such that we've never encountered a situation where he even signified that he was in any pain at all. So once that bone was removed, the dog began to eat, and they decided to foster him. and see if he was safe with people and other animals, and he was, and we met him, and he's been with us ever since.
So you fell in love with that face?
On the spot. So when we come home and tell my wife, hey, we met a dog we really fall in love with, and she says, what kind is it? And I said, they told us he was a pit bull. She said, you're kidding. And I said, no, and there's more. And she said, what do you mean there's more? And I said, well, he's a bait dog. He's only got half a face. So Jennifer's confronted with a situation where she's got a brutalized fighting dog, but she agreed to go back to the vets with me that Monday and point blank asked Dr. Bianco if the dog was safe, and he said absolutely. The dog didn't have a mean bone in his body, so she agreed to give it a try.
Did the dog trust you?
The dog trusted us from the first moment that he was in the house. I mean, there is actually a chapter in the book that's about the first day and night that the dog spent in the house. This is a dog that had never known human kindness, but he stayed alive. And I just have to believe that he sensed that there was something better waiting for him on the other side.
This is the holiday gift book you want to pick up right now. Oogie, the dog only a family could love, by Larry Levin, our top pick at Animal Radio here. And in fact, I have 10 copies to give away at 1-866-405-8405. Or you can head on over to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Borders, order online, or head to your bookstore and ask them for it. It's on the Hachette label. It's called Oogie, and Larry Levin is the author. Larry, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure.
You know, my second job, packing up Stella and Chewy's, is consuming a lot of time now. More and more people are finding out about Stella and Chewy's.
The word is finally out about this great dog food. Ladybug loves it.
It's great stuff. She's very loyal to this one food, and it makes us feel good because it's made with raw USDA inspected meat, and it's raised naturally with no added hormones or antibiotics. It is the official dog food of Ladybug, the studio stunt dog here at Animal Radio. Stella and Chewy's.
As your best friend settles into middle age and shows signs of slowing down, SeniorPetProducts.com is there to help your senior pets live to the fullest by providing the latest news, information, and products for health, wellness, comfort, and mobility. At SeniorPetProducts.com, you'll find everything your aging pets need, from vitamins and supplements to diapers, boots, and accessories that'll make their senior years more comfortable, all at the lowest prices available. Thousands of products for the life of your pet. SeniorPetProducts.com.
Your dog's your best friend and always ready to show you love. Give that love back with Pure Love dog treats from Sargent's. They're low in fat, contain omega fatty acids, and no animal byproducts. Sargent's Pure Love treats, the perfect way to bring happiness and health to your dog, all in the same bite. Bacon, peanut butter, and honey flavors make these treats irresistible. There's a Sargent's Pure Love treat for every size dog. Live with purpose. Love with passion. Treat with Pure Love. Visit SentryPetCare.com for more.
Ruff! Hi, I'm Buddy the dog, and I'm here to tell you about Smart Tag Pet ID. I was wearing the Smart Tag when I got lost and ended up at a dog shelter. I'm microchipped, but my information wasn't up to date. My parents reported me lost to the Smart Tag recovery specialists, and I was home in no time. Smart Tag is offering 1 year of free pet protection. Purchase Smart Tag at Petco or PetSmart. Enter code RADIO at setup for your free 1 year of pet protection. Learn more at www.smarttags.com. Ruff!
We get lots of food samples here at Animal Radio, so we can be picky about selecting a healthy food. If you're a regular listener, you know Ladybug is one finicky diva. When we got a sample of Stella and Chewy's, the healthy ingredients were there, but would she eat it? I'm here to tell you she ate it as fast as we put it down and begged for more. We feel good about feeding our dog Stella and Chewy's, and we want you to try Stella and Chewy's too. Visit StellaandChewy's.com or call 888-477-8977. That's 888-477-8977. This is
Animal Radio, baby.
SeniorPetProducts.com. Thank you guys for ponying up for Joey Villani to come in today. Now's the time to help your older pet and get a huge discount at the same time. They've got those peds and supplements and stairs and grooming aids. They've even got the lowest prices on ControFlex and SonovaFlex, and you can get a 25% discount. Look for the Animal Radio logo over at SeniorPetProducts.com and put in Radio SPP as your promotional code. That's Radio SPP before you start your shopping, and you'll get 25% off. And Joey Villani, Barely here today. We appreciate it. He has a tip for the day.
I can't stay out of this place. I have to be here. But anyway, being we're talking about these top 10 picks, and I know some of them are in-home grooming items.
Yep.
Now, one thing I just want to make sure, some of them, it's good to groom your dog at home. I encourage people. It depends how far you go, of course, but it also is a good way to bond with your pet. The problem is sometimes when you have some of these kits, and like if you're using a clipper, I want you to know that the head of that clipper, the blade, from friction will get as hot as an iron.
Really? I didn't know that.
And yeah, it will. It'll give you a second and third degree burn. If you kept it running and you put it on your skin, you'll burn pretty badly. It's like a brand. You want to constantly keep checking the temperature of the blade on your wrist. They make a cooling spray that you should go out and buy. It's also very good for your clipper. And most of these in-home clipper or grooming kits, the spray does not come with it, but it probably would tell you in the instructions. But you know how it is.
Yeah.
If you're like me, I don't read the instructions, which is bad. And I decide, how hard can this be?
So what do they call it? What do they call this stuff anyway?
Well, you know what? There's name brands like Kulu, Clipicide, go to even like a beauty supply store and get it. Now, if you don't have it and you're in the need and you got your dog pooped and it's all stuck on his behind and you got to use this clipper, get yourself a little container of alcohol and pour it into a shallow plate. And what you could do is stick the head of the blade in, not the whole clipper, just the head of the blade. It'll cool the blade instantly. It'll sterilize it. When you're done, a little shot of WD-40 on the blade, wipe it down, put it away. You're good for next time.
Oh, very
And that's it. And this is $1 million tip for your pet people because they don't want to be burned.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known to do that. So that's a little extra accessory you need to get with the clippers there. It's not included in the kit there. Very good. Joey Villani on Animal Radio. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with any one of the Dream Team as we continue our picks for 2010 coming up next.
You're listening to Animal Radio.
Flavocin keeps cartilage, tendons, and ligaments healthy and joints flexible. Hear what people are saying about Flavocin.
Concerning my dog Zodiac, I started her on the Flavocin probably about a month and a half ago. I have to tell you, for a 13-year-old German Rottweiler with spinal arthritis, she made a turnaround in less than 7 days. We had thought that we might be losing her this year and have to put her down, but she seems to be really reacting to it very well.
To find out more, visit www.yourolderdog.com. That's yourolderdog.com.
Your dog does not want a sweater this holiday, or any day. Your dog would much rather show off its great-looking coat thanks to the grooming you gave with your new Wall Pet Clipper. Wall is the #1 grooming choice of dogs and their owners. Because Wall's precision blades provide better-looking results, grooming at home is safe and easy and helps you save money. So show how much you care. Cut your dog's hair with a Wall Clipper. Visit Wall, WAHLpet.com. You're listening to Animal Radio.
What a motley crew.
Even more so today.
Yes.
Everybody's a little under the weather.
1-866-405-8405 to connect with any one of your decrepit Dream Team right now. Animal Radio is brought to you by Oogie. Get ready to make a very big place in your heart for Oogie. Of course, it's an incredible true story about an unforgettable dog who adopted a family. And isn't that the way it always works?
Of course.
Yeah, and I love those kind of stories.
It changed their lives forever. Oogie, the dog only a family could love, available wherever books are sold. Dr. Debbie answering your vet medical questions, groomer Joey Villani, animal communicator Joey Turner, and of course Furday, the world-famous Russian dog wizard. And I have a call for him right now. And we have, is it Doug? Hey, Doug.
Hey, how you doing, Al?
I'm doing okay. Where are you?
I am in Georgia, headed to Atlanta.
Heading to Atlanta. Okay, I got Vlada here. How can we help you?
Hi, Doug.
Yeah, I got a question for Lottie regarding my, I guess he's still a puppy. I have a Maltese poodle.
Hold on. Doug, hold on. Let me give you a compliment. This is my best. This is not just my best. Every professional will tell you, you just got the best combination of the breeds. There's a two. One of them is sweetheart. Second one is smart like a hell. So it's just amazing dogs. Amazing. Go ahead. How in the real world you have a problem with this particular mutt?
He gets in the garbage.
I know, he's a garbage hound. Yeah. Yeah. You know, you just like a pedestrian.
He goes after the toilet paper in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's the only thing he does. He doesn't pee and poop. That's the only thing he does, yes?
Yeah, he just,
that's the simple thing.
My trash can in my truck. He's constantly...
And you know why?
I've tried several things. You know, I've tried swatting him. I've tried, no, bad dog, I tried putting the trash can over his head, beating on it a couple of times. It didn't seem to work.
Okay, so I did everything wrong and right. But first of all, you know why? Because it has a special glue and it has a special oil, not the glue, oil in the pepper, and that's what it has basically a tremendous taste for him. That's what he likes to do. Here is the thing: what you should do. You should do two discriminative method instead of just hiding everything, where so many positive trainers will suggest you. You need to just bring it out. You just say, okay, my dear, that's what you want to play with me in those games. Yes, okay. And here's what I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna grab all these things which he likes. Instead of hiding it, I will maybe put the cayenne pepper inside, and I'm gonna roll it over a few times, so it will be cayenne pepper inside. And I'm gonna spray anything because he will not touch it if it's gonna be spray something. But I'm gonna really pack the things with cayenne pepper. And on an opposite side, I will give him something what he would like to do, like a peanut butter bone or something delicious treats, bull steaks, which is bull's penises, and hell, don't look at me. Yeah, and that's what I let him. And I let
on the trash.
Not on the trash, inside of the trash. And he gonna sniff it. He gonna say, and that's it. But you have to balance with positive. Listen, Doc, if I would be insurance company, I tell you, if you break the rules, I gotta increase your premium in 2 times. That's gonna be cayenne pepper. But if you don't, I'm going to decrease your premium in 2 times. That's what you should do. Thank you for listening, Animal Radio.
All right, thank you.
1-866-405-8405 to connect with anyone of the Dream Team. Right now, it is time for another pick. We all voted for our pet products here on the Dream Team. Let's say Lonnie had a few more than everybody else.
Yeah, he works with his dogs all the time. He always has all these ideas and stuff he'd like to use.
Well, we all voted. And we had a lot of them that were in common. Some pretty cool things. All the top picks for 2010 over at the website at animalradio.com. And this is another one of our picks. It is the Canine Travel Mug. And we have the top dog over at Canine Travel Mug, Ray Rowe, joining us. Hi, Ray. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Very good. This is an idea that I wish I had patented.
Mine as well. That's exactly how I felt about it the first time I came across it.
Tell listeners about the Canine Travel Mug. What is it?
Well, it's about the most simple and ingenious product available for anybody who likes to take their dog out on the road, as I do and most people do.
Oh, yeah.
It's a travel bowl that fits securely in your car's cup holder, so it doesn't slide around on the floor, and the dog can't step in it and get water all over the place. It has a spill-resistant rim, so even when you're going around corners or hitting speed bumps, it's not going to slop over the edge and get all over your car's console.
Gotta love that.
It definitely helps. And in general, it's of course, it's made of stainless steel, so it's made to last. It's made to be stylish. It's made to make your dog proud to have a travel mug.
So I can put away that Tupperware container that I use, that I open, and I usually get it all over my lap.
Well, that was what I was just going to mention. And it's not a Tupperware container, but you do use a water thing that you spill water all over when you travel.
My lap.
You travel a lot, so this would be good for you. The Canine Travel Mug, something that's spill resistant, something that's durable, and something that's, cool, that looks good, too.
Absolutely. Strangely, it's funny. My dog, as soon as I got the mug for her, she became so proud. She would sit right up in the car, right? And kind of like she has her own mug. She's
right next to yours, huh?
Absolutely.
Don't mix them up, though. One's water.
That's right. The aftertaste isn't great.
Yeah, you don't want that dog spittle. Okay, so where can we get the Canine Travel Mug this year? Great gift for the holidays, by the way.
You can find us at caninetravelmugs.com, and of course it's just the letter K, the number 9, and travelmugs.com, or you can call us at 1-866-730-7582.
I understand you're doing the Facebook and the Twitter thing. Is it the Facebook thing? Okay. So we can find you on Facebook too, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you won't find a larger group of dog lovers than on the social networking sites.
Okay, that's very, very cool. Of course, we'll put all this information over at animalradio.com. Everything you've heard on today's show over at the website, including links and ways to purchase and get some of them have some great deals going on too. So you want to check out the list before you do your shopping this weekend for your animals. Or if you're like me, I wait until the very last second to do my shopping.
This one is a great.
This is a gimme.
This will fit right into the
This is a real gimme.
Yes.
Okay, it's the Canine Travel Mug. CanineTravelMugs.com is the website.
That was most excellent.
If you want to connect with any one of the Dream Team, 1-866-405-8405. If you have a medical question about your animal, that would be Dr. Debbie. Groomer Joey Villani, you've seen him on Animal Planet. Groomer Has It. Was that the show that he was on?
Yes, Groomer Has
Animals 101 and Animal Planet, as well as animal communicator Joy Turner, also here today. And Vladdy, the world famous Russian dog wizard, toll free. It is our big pick show. We do the big picks every holiday season. These are some great items that you might want to pick up for your animals, your furry friends. And if you're lucky enough to get through, as soon as we tell you about these items, we have one of each item to give away.
Whoa.
I want.
This is
Animal Radio. Celebrating our connection with our pets. This is Animal Radio. Here are your hosts, Hal Abrams and Judy Francis.
And don't forget your Dream Team. Answering your questions toll free at 1-866-405-8405. Dr. Debbie answering your vet medical questions. Groomer Joey Villani with your grooming questions. Animal communicator Joy Turner. And Vladdy, the world famous Russian dog wizard. Lori working on news right now. And of course, this is our big pick show for 2010. These are the things that we think you should get for the holidays. All of us got together as a Dream Team. We sort of selected what we really enjoyed over the year, what we're still using to this day, and the ones that we found in common we made as part of today's show, and you can find them all over at the website at animalradio.com. It's really amazing the technology this year. In fact, we'll be giving away one of these, the Pooch Power. You know what a Pooch Power is? I'll hold up a picture up to the microphone. It is a vacuum/shovel for it's a lightweight cordless power tool that cleans up poop. It's a poop vacuum is what it is.
How funny is that?
And
I love that.
Isn't it cool? We'll be giving away one of those as part of our top picks for 2010. Now, I saw Vladdy on the list this year is the Pet Convincer. It's one of the breakout items. Very exciting. That
it was even featured on ABC World News recently.
Saw that.
Yeah, it's an amazing pet gadget, so people can resolve number one at least behavior problem, which is barking quickly and easily.
There was a lot of things this year, so there's a few things that are missing from the list. I just remembered just before we came on the air here, I wanted to include that Dyson DC-23 Pet Vac this year. Unfortunately, we didn't think about it in time. But this is a great vacuum. They sent us one, and we use it here at the studios. If you're looking for a pet vac, you use it.
I used a regular vacuum cleaner, and I looked at what it didn't pick up, and then I went over, after I just vacuumed, I went over it with the Dyson. Oh, my gosh. You would not believe all the pet hair that came up out of the carpet from that vacuum cleaner that the other one didn't pick up. I won't name names like Hoover or anything like that, but
no, Dyson's the one with the ball in there, right?
Yes.
It is. But interestingly enough, this particular model doesn't have the ball. It's a canister. It is a canister.
Yeah, but it doesn't have it's bagless, and it has that cyclone power that supposedly never loses suction even as it fills up. And,
well, that's great, because then my retrievers wouldn't want to go chasing the ball then.
Yes.
It's pet friendly.
Good. That'll work too. Also, I wanted to mention the Sleepy Pod and the Sleepy Pod carrier. Those folks make some great carriers if you're looking for a carrier this holiday. Now, everything you've heard on today's show over at the website at animalradio.com. We continue with the pet gadgets. In fact, we have some giveaways in just a few minutes. The Eyenimal, and you'll love this, Dr. Debbie. It's a little camera that fits around your dog or cat's neck. It's very small, and it records up to 2.5 hours of video so you can see where they've been. We'll be giving away one before the end of the show today. It's worth about $135, and you can get it discounted over at the website at animalradio.com. Hey there. How you doing?
I a little bit have a backache, but
a little backache. Everyone's aching today.
I know.
Joey's got a little bit of the Portuguese food poisoning, and you got. What's your backache from?
I have a chronic, problems similar you have. Just sometimes gets worse because I'm working with those stupid dogs. Just aggressive one.
Yeah.
It's always those stupid dogs.
Yeah, you need to wrestle them down sometimes, when they want to eat you alive.
Well, we're all here today, except, we're not at the top of our form, but you can call us anyway. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with any one of the Dream Team right now. I got him snoring there for a second. That cat is a snorer.
I'd never heard a cat snore.
Every time he just snores away.
Yeah. A lot of people say stop breathing into the microphone. We can hear you breathing in the background during the show. And that's actually not any one of us here. That's Bug the studio cat who's just snoring in the background.
I thought that was me.
Well, Lori, I see you're enjoying the brand new canine travel mug I got you for Thanksgiving.
Thank you. I just love it. And my cats like it even more.
I bet. This portion of Animal Radio is brought to you by Canine Travel Mugs. Your dog will love having their very own travel mug. This amazing travel bowl is made of durable and attractive stainless steel, and it comes with a special spill-resistant rim. It's designed to fit securely in your cup holder. Get yours today
What a cool thing.
K9travelmugs.com.
Man, that's such a cool thing.
You're listening to Animal Radio.
Celebrating our connection with our pets. This is Animal Radio. Here are your hosts, Al Abrams and Judy Francis.
I could hardly get around the studio today. It's packed full of all kinds of goodies that we're giving away because it is our top picks for 2010, the holidays. Great stuff for your animals. And they're all here in the studio today.
I like it. There's some stuff I've never seen before. I love it when there's new stuff.
Yeah, it's really amazing, the technology this year. In fact, we'll be giving away one of these, the Pooch Power. You know what a Pooch Power is? I'll hold a picture up to the microphone. It is a vacuum shovel for your. It's a lightweight cordless power tool that cleans up poop. It's a poop vacuum, is what it is.
How funny is that?
And
I love that.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
We'll be giving away one of those. We also have the Eyenimal. This is so cool. This is one of those video cameras that you put on your dog or on your cat. It's valued at about $135, and we'll be giving away one today, as well as a bunch of other great items as part of our top picks for 2010. Now, how did we come about this list here? Well, as a dream team, we all got together and we said, okay, what items do we really like? What things from 2010 really have tripped our trigger? And we put down a list and we saw what we had in common among all of us, and we made that the list this year of the great items that we found. And remember, they're all over at the website at animalradio.com. You can find links as well as discounts on a bunch of these items over at animalradio.com. Now, don't wait until the last day before Christmas to do your shopping.
Like Hal does.
That's what I've done in the past, but I can see this year there's too many good things that I shouldn't be doing that.
No, you're going to go fast, Hal. You better grab them now.
Now, I saw Vlade on the list this year is the Pet Convincer. It's one of the breakout items. Very exciting. That
It was even featured on ABC World News recently.
Saw that.
Yeah, it's an amazing pet gadget, so people can resolve number one, at least, behavior problem, which is barking quickly and easily.
Oh, very good. By the way, a brand new video up at the animalradio.com website of Vlade showing us how to use what they call a pinch collar. Is it a pinch collar? It's a Herm Springer collar. What do they call those? Training collars?
No, I would even say it's a new generation of the dog training tool by name Neck Tech.
Oh,
Neck Tech, yes. And it's, and I really encourage everyone to watch this video because, every time when the Vladi talks about your dog has to have some type of a leash training, what I mean by that, make your dog be physically and mentally tired at the same time. And that exercise, which I'm showing in the video, basically address them both.
Okay, that's all coming up on today's show, all these great things that we're giving out. And we're also still taking your calls. If you want to talk to Dr. Debbie, 1-866-405-8405. Groomer Joey Villani, who's a little bit under the weather today. He has the Portuguese seafood blues. Let's just say that. Also, animal communicator Joey Turner, and, of course, Vlade, the world-famous Russian dog wizard. In fact, if you want to talk to him right now, put those fat little fingers on the phone and dial us up toll-free. And we go to Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Where are you today?
I'm in South Georgia.
Okay, what's going on with your animals?
Well, I have a teacup poodle, and her breath is really, really stinky, and I don't know how to get rid of it. She was a rescued pet, and she's regular trips to the vet, but no matter what I feed her or what I do, her breath still stinks.
Okay. Well, and when you mention that you've got a teacup poodle, anytime I hear somebody mention that they have especially a toy breed of dog with bad breath, I'm going to jump up to the old dental disease table here, because we know that toy breeds and small breeds of dog in general do have a much faster rate of periodontal disease than when we look at older dogs, larger breeds of dogs, such as a Labrador or a German Shepherd. Has to do with their saliva film. But they generally, and I've seen young dogs of toy breed background at 1 to 2 years of age that already have teeth that are loose and need to be extracted. So it's really critical with these little guys that we get on dental care very early on, when they're puppies, preferably, to get them into home care where you can do brushing and other types of items to help with that. But I'm going to say, until proven otherwise, bad breath in your dog sounds like we've got some dental disease we need to work on. So the first thing I would do is always do a good oral exam and decide, do we need to start with a dental cleaning? And my guess is yes. If you got stanky breath, you probably got some gum disease going on there. And having that evaluated by your vet and potentially a dental cleaning is the way to go there. Then, once that's all done and we've hopefully cleaned up that mouth and don't have any bad teeth to mess with, then we can get on some home care. And I would definitely encourage you to do home brushing as often as 3 to 7 times a week. It sounds horrible. It's hard to fit into the daily schedule.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. 3 to 7 times. Whoa.
Well, think about what your teeth would look like if you didn't brush but once a month when you take your pet to the groomer. So that's the reality of what we have going on for our dogs, especially since so many times we feed them yummy treats that have a little extra sugar and other things in them. So, yes, so we really need to keep up that frequency. If that's not a reality for you, there may be some other types of things you can try. There's some rinses that are very useful that you can apply to the gums, and even some water additives that can help to decrease plaque accumulation on those teeth. And for toy breeds of dogs, there is actually a periodontal vaccine called Porphyromonas, which in many cases we'll use for these little guys, and it helps to decrease their body's reaction to the plaque that accumulates. It doesn't get rid of the tartar, but it helps to decrease that really accelerated reaction to the tartar that's there. So I think the first thing you're going to really need to do is see about seeing the veterinarian, having those teeth checked out, and then deciding what in reality you can do to help your pet's oral health. And that's different for everybody. So I don't know, have you tried any of those kind of remedies at home?
I've done I've brushed her teeth myself, and it helps. I just didn't realize I was needing to do that as often as you recommend. But she's very skittish because she was an abused animal, and so everything I've done, it has had to be really baby steps with her.
Sure. And definitely, if she's accepting of the teeth brushing, and I'm assuming you're using a dog toothpaste for this, not a human one, right? Good. And that's also very important because dogs swallow their toothpaste, so it has to be dog-friendly toothpaste. But, I always like to accompany that with a positive reward. And for my dogs, that may be as much as a good ear scratch, and it helps to get the teeth brushing going. In some cases, maybe 1 time out of 10, I'll treat them, and I'll give them a goodie. And I'll tell you, my dogs will push and shoulder each other to get to that toothbrush. They love it. They love the positive reward that comes with their teeth brushing, whether it is affection or if it's a snack. So, if you really especially if she's got some hurdles with her early experiences, use those positive rewards to make teeth brushing more manageable for you and for her.
Earlier, you were talking about this performance. What is it? It's a vaccine. How long does that last? How often do these younger, I guess it's for smaller animals, how often do they need that?
Well, it's appropriate for any dog, but we see most commonly the benefit in the smaller and the toy breeds of dogs that have this early onset periodontal disease. It's usually started as a booster, so they get 1 vaccine, and then a couple weeks later they'll get a second, and it's just once a year. So in my office, what we typically will do, most of these pets need some regular dental cleaning. So we'll schedule their annual dental cleaning, and they'll get their Porphyromonas vaccination at that time. So we do everything that we can to try to keep that level of oral health up throughout the year.
Porphyromonas. Okay. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with any one of the Dream Team right now. Animal Radio is brought to you by Scoop Free self-cleaning litter boxes. Never see, touch, or smell messy waste again. Enjoy a special holiday offer. Get the Scoop Free self-cleaning litter box, a free toy, and free shipping for only $99.99. Visit scoopfree.com/Animal Radio to get yours.
Kempton Hotels and Restaurants, the very first full-service hotel to respect and welcome pets. Kempton's hospitality program offers plush beds, designer dining bowls, pet treats, toys, along with services for dog walking and pet sitting. No restrictions for size, weight, or type of animal, as well as zero fees or pet deposits. Come stay at a Kempton hotel whenever you travel. L.A., San Francisco, San Diego, Chicago, Dallas, and many more. Go to www.kemptonhotels.com for Kempton Hospitality.
Flavocin keeps cartilage, tendons, and ligaments healthy and joints flexible. Hear what people are saying about Flavocin.
Concerning my dog Zodiac, I started her on the Flavocin probably about a month and a half ago. I have to tell you, for a 13-year-old German Rottweiler with spinal arthritis, she made a turnaround in less than 7 days. We had thought that we might be losing her this year and have to put her down, but she seems to be really reacting to it very well.
To find out more, visit www.yourolderdog.com. That's yourolderdog.com.
When I went looking for a quality allergen-free dog food for Roscoe, a friend told me about Canine Caviar. Being a born skeptic, I examined every ingredient and, most importantly, made sure it drove our dog's taste buds crazy. Here's the lowdown. Canine Caviar is holistic, allergen-free, with raw dehydrated meats, herbs, fish oil, and flaxseed for health and joint support. Good food for Roscoe from a company I can trust. Ask your pet store for Canine Caviar. Learn more at caninecaviar.com.
When Animal Radio picked America's top vet, they wanted to make sure that your animal's health came first. That's why they picked the Paso Robles Veterinary Medical Clinic. Treating animals for over 50 years with the latest diagnostic tools in their full-service hospital, the Paso Robles Veterinary Medical Clinic always puts your pets first. Call 805-238-4622 or visit them at PasoVets.com. That's Paso, P-A-S-O, Vets.com to get the best care for your pet.
Hey, this is Cesar Milan. When I'm not doing the dog whisper, I'm listening to Animal Radio. Stay balanced.
Donna Bodana. Hey, Donna, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Very good. Where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Okay, listening on WEEU in Reading?
It's WEEU Reading.
Good, very good. I have Lottie, the world-famous Russian dog wizard. How can we help you today?
Hi, Donna.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Good. And I know from my experience the name of the person really, reflect their personality. Donna is the person who is adamant, the person who will never allow anyone to push her or him into the corner. Donna will stand up for yourself quickly. So you are the alpha female. So I want to make sure, everything what I do, I have to be very careful because Donna mean the business. Go ahead, Donna. What is your question?
That's okay. What I'm calling about is I have a 1-year-old golden retriever who is about 98 pounds. And we had him at dog training classes 8 weeks, and it went fairly well, but I'm still having some issues with him. The newest issue is getting him in the car. I cannot get him in the car. He will make himself stiff and won't budge, and it's like pulling him and yanking him.
Are you trying to get him in Ford Escort or Mercedes, or it doesn't matter for him? I just want to make sure he has a privilege.
We will throw a...
Because here in California, nobody driving Ford. I'm not sure, of the dogs in your state. But here's what you need to do. Number one, Donna, I know where you train your dog through the pet store or somewhere else, but it seems to, because if the dog is trained properly, he also behave properly. This is not even the issue should be with the dog who is trained, because if you say in, the dog should fly in and don't even ask the questions. Now, here's what I would do. If the dog does like this, number one, And I'm going to do step by step. If you grab pencil or pen, you can write it down or you can listen. Sometimes I speak quick. Sometimes I have this Michigan, California accent, hard to understand. So I will try.
Oh, I have a pen. I can write it down.
Thank you. So you got to get you believe it or not, you need to get a regular crate. That's going to be easy training. A regular crate, which will imitate your vehicle. A little bit, first of all, don't even lift that crate. I'm talking about a metal crate. And you need to open, basically, somebody needs to hold the crate so it should not be totally folded, but, it should be, like a tunnel, like the dog goes from there to there. And you teach the dog command, in. Basically, with your right hand, the dog will see where your head and shoulder goes, leash is in the left, your whole body leaning forward, and you say whatever his name is, for instance, Max, in. You can use a Russian accent, in. And after that, wait, like a doggy mother. Don't yank, don't push, don't force anything. Just 1.5 seconds. If the dog does not respond, with your left hand, move your left hand to the crate together with your dog, and your dog will go and just get from another side and just let the leash go, so no tangling, and praise, hey, and give the treats and things like that. You can even do better that game. Have somebody else, your husband or boyfriend or whoever, staying on another side, or kid or whatever, and you say, Maggie or Heidi, in, and the person from another side of the crate, come here, my baby, come on, and the dog gets in. So that's how you teach for a while. The dog knows what the in means. But
if we have somebody come to the other side of the car and open the other side of the car door, he jumps in with no problem.
Oh, it means
sometimes I'm by myself, and then that doesn't work because I tried that, and when I did that, he went and ran out the other side of the car. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what you need to do in this situation, you need to have someone on another side of the car with the open door a little bit, and when you say Max, in, and somebody stays there, as he goes, that person closes the door before the dog gets to the entrance, and you should give him a lot of praise and affection. And boy, if he knows the command in, and if he doesn't jump in, and you will make him jump in and have to give him treats, there is no way. Did you use the pinch collar when you push him into the car?
Just a regular leash, just a regular collar.
Oh, that's what I see. That's the dog training school you just graduated. You probably graduated one of those positive schools of the dog training who just focusing on the kissing and hugging and never teaching the dog any discipline. And if your dog would, number one, I teach my clients attention. If I say let's go, and my client's dog stick to them, we can go Fashion Island among the hundreds of dogs and little school for the blind people, whatever the dogs are around, and the dog's passing them by without any problems. If you have this type of the discipline, this type of the control, and if you say the dog in, and the dog doesn't, and you just gently with your left hand, with a pinch collar, you push it forward, the dog jumps in, and you give on another side a lot of positivities after the dog's done it, not before. No bribing, just rewarding. And it will take 3-4 times. Get that dog, move him forward, move him into the car with a pinch collar, and after they give him treats, he will learn that way. I thought your dog doesn't know what the command is. What you told me, Don, I'm very serious. Your dog definitely knows what you want. Your dog never had reinforced obedience training. Reinforced obedience training, he never taught to do anything in the time when he would rather not. In the time when he would rather want to do something else, he will tell you, forget you, mother, I got to play around and have to come back to you, That is why I would suggest you highly do exactly what you did in the class, but do it with a pinch collar. And after that, when you have this type of control, you can use this control including your vehicle. It is simple. It's just simple. Just stop by, get the pinch collar, and this evening he will be in the vehicle when you say in 1.5 seconds. That's what the doggy mama does. She says, she waits, she snaps. In, he doesn't. Your left hand goes to the vehicle. The dog jumps.
But that wasn't working, so.
Use the pinch collar. It's going to be very easy because he's not going to fight with you. He will go in.
Okay. And one other thing is when he jumps up on you, and he's a heavy dog, and we learn to be harsh and just like make a loud sound to make him get off?
That's the consequences, Donna. This is the second consequence from your school, which is turn your back away, make pretend it does not exist. See, I don't deal with this type of the situation. You can do many things. You can go to animalradio.com website. We have a video shows how you can use German Hermspringer collar. It's exactly the same one to resolve this problem, number one. Or if you want to do shortcut, just Google Pet Convincer. He jumps, you spray with a very humane, it's a combination of air and sound. He backs up, you win 3 consecutive battles, you win the war. You have a very easy dog, very easy case. I wish most of my clients have a dogs like that. It's a very easy to fix, my dear. So if you will still have a problems, please send me an email, Vladi@animalradio.com. I can give you more tips.
We all voted for our favorite pet products. Today we're featuring them. When I say we, I mean the Dream Team. All of us individually got together. I believe we had kind of a silent vote. We all chose first, not really talking about it with each other, and then we got together and we figured all the common ones, and we put them together in our list today. And one of them that came up, of course, was the Scoop-Free automatic litter. And we have Alan Cook, top cat over at Scoop Free. Hey, Alan, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys today?
I just see that over the last year, you've done so many things to improve Scoop Free.
It's been an exciting year for us. We introduced new and improved models that made them even work better, more quietly. And it's still a really easy-to-use litter box that you can leave alone for weeks at a time without having to see, smell, or touch any of the messy waste.
How does it work?
Well, it's you plug in this machine that's really easy to set up, and it's got sensors that know when the cat's in the box and when the cat leaves. So your cat uses it just like any regular litter box, but 20 minutes after Kitty leaves, it automatically sweeps the waste away into a covered trap. So Kitty box becomes automatically clean just after your cat leaves.
How long do these trays last?
Well, this is the cool thing about it. So the machine cleans every time the cat uses the box, but you don't have to do anything for a few days or usually a few weeks. These trays can last up to 30 days with one cat or up to 2 weeks with 2 cats. So imagine not touching your litter box for up to a month at a time.
I love that.
I can't imagine that.
So where can we get the trays from?
Well, we get the machine and the trays from leading retailers. You can get them at Petco. You can get them online at Amazon, or you can get them on our website at scoopfree.com. And we have a special offer for the holidays. Ooh. It's scoopfree.com/animalradio.
What's in the deal? I know you got the Scoop Free self-cleaning litter box.
You get the machine with a great holiday price.
Okay.
And you get a laser toy. It's the Frolicat Bolt. It shines a laser, and then check this out. It moves around the room all by itself for 15 minutes. You can put it on the table, you can hold it in your hand, and then the laser is smart enough to turn itself off when it's all done.
One of Boog's favorite toys is the Frolicat.
Yeah.
So you get the litter box with the free laser toy. The first kitty litter cartridge is already included.
Cool.
You get free shipping on everything. And it ends up being $99.99.
Okay, so you get the self-cleaning litter box, which is the gift for you, and then you get the Frolicat, which is the gift for your cat.
Exactly.
The free shipping, it's $99.99. That's savings of over $80. You can do this by heading over to the website scoopfree.com/animalradio, and we will put a link to that from the animalradio.com website also.
One extra bonus, when you come to the website for the holiday offer, you can even get replaceable trays, refills, shipped direct to your door.
Oh, is this like a subscription service where I can get them automatically sent?
Exactly. So, again, you replace this tray once a month with one cat or once every 2 weeks with 2 cats. And we can set up a schedule where you tell us how many trays and how often you want them. And then they automatically show up at your door. So you don't have to go out to the store. It's really easy, not just to set up and use, but it's really easy to maintain as the cartridges come straight to your door.
I think this is one for Lori Roberts. I'm going to give this to Lori Roberts because I went over to her house the other day and she doesn't clean the litter, so this would be a good holiday gift for her. And I got a good price there. Thank you so much for joining us, Alan. We'll put all the information over at the website.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, guys.
Giving your dog water on the road can be both messy and dangerous. Swerves and spills make the experience unpleasant, and ordinary dishes just aren't up to the task. Now there's K9 Travel Mug, designed to fit securely in your vehicle's cup holder. K9 Travel Mugs also comes with a special spill-resistant rim and are made of durable and attractive stainless steel. Great for road trips of any kind. Your dog will love having a travel mug of their own. Visit K9TravelMugs.com or find us on Facebook.
Get ready to make a very big place in your heart for Oogie, an incredible story about an unforgettable dog, says Gary David Goldberg, creator of Family Ties. Oogie's story confirms what Dewey taught me years ago. Even a wounded animal is capable of amazing joy if given love and respect, raves Vicki Myron, author of the #1 bestseller Dewey. Read the true story of Oogie, a dog nearly fatally injured who adopted a family and changed their lives forever. Oogie by Larry Levin, the dog only a family could love. Available wherever books are sold.
This is an Animal Radio News Update.
With Animal Radio News, I'm Lori Roberts. You may remember the recent story we did on Michigan's Matt Oliveras and his 11-year-old Rottweiler, Mia. Mia had been dealing with a myriad of health problems, and Matt wanted to alleviate her suffering. In October, Matt took Mia to the Westcott Veterinary Care Center and returned to bring her home to bury her in his grandfather's backyard. This was on a Saturday. He had placed Mia on a pile of hay, and Sunday morning he went in, and there she was on all fours looking at him, probably thinking, either I just had the best sleep of my life or what the hell were you thinking? The vet clinic speculated that the drug dosage wasn't strong enough or had been watered down. But here comes the great part. Mia's story spread around the world and many people wanted to help. She's received steroid injections, which has helped her recapture some of her youth, taken her out of a lot of the pain she was in, and she is living out her days with other Rottweilers on an 80-acre farm outside Hillsdale, Michigan. Would you get between your pet and a bear? That's what a Gig Harbor, Washington woman did recently, as she and her medium-sized dog were out for a walk when a brown bear startled them. The woman scared the bear away, and she and her dog are both fine. Come to find out that 72% of pet owners said they would do the same thing. 18% said no. They'd scream and run for help. One person in the poll said his dog would take on the bear for him. This particular bear is still on the loose, avoiding fish and wildlife officials and probably fast asleep for the winter now, having dreams about that scary woman and hoping none of his bear friends saw him turn and run. Oscar, the 21-year-old Vietnamese pot-bellied pig that held the Guinness World Record for oldest pig, has gone on to hog heaven. Oscar passed away recently just after his 21st birthday. He had quite a life, though. As a piglet, he would stride through the streets of Chicago on a leash. He also had a career as a TV star with a pet psychologist and once joined his owner, Stacy Kimball, on a ski vacation. When Oscar was in his modeling years, weighing 60 pounds, he posed on an Avante greeting card wearing pearls. Later on, he had stories about him in the news, even in People magazine. And he did a show for Animal Planet. Oscar, who eventually weighed 130 pounds, loved to be a guard pig at his Dallas home, where he had a miniature house next to the swimming pool, an umbrella to protect him from the sun, weekly baths and rub-downs, and he would love to fall asleep in front of the TV. For Animal Radio News, I'm Lori Roberts for Breaking Animal News. Go to animalradio.com.
This has been an Animal Radio News Update. Get more at animalradio.com.
Hi, this is Jenna Fisher on Animal Radio. Please spay and neuter your animals.
It's our top pick show. All of us got together, the entire dream team. We voted for our favorite pet products. Today we're featuring them, hoping to help make your holiday shopping a little easier. All these items over at the website at animalradio.com. Many of them with discounts from that website. And, of course, we have lots of giveaways today. And for our technology segment, we welcome back from PetGadgets.com, Jeff Mott. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Hey, Hal, I'm doing great. Hi, Judy, as well.
Hey, Jeff.
What do we start off with today?
All right, we're going to start with the Doggy Fountain. This gives you the opportunity to give your pet cold, clean, fresh water all times. It basically is a device that uses the garden hose to hook up to the unit, and the dog presses his paw on the unit's cover, and it releases water, and you can actually have it control the size of the water if you want it like 2 feet high, or for smaller dogs, very small, a few inches. But it's great because if you're not home, your dog can now get fresh, clean water outside.
It's like a water fountain.
How cool is that?
And a lot of dogs, will tip over the water, so at least you don't have to worry about it. It's always there for them, and it's always going to be clean.
Okay, very good. The doggy fountain, we'll put that over at the website.
Next is going to be the Freezy Pups. It's an organic, make-at-home frozen treat for your dog. Now, they're going to go crazy for it because there's 4 different flavors. You have cheddar cheese, banana honey, sweet potato and maple, and chicken soup. I don't know which one you like, Hal, but I like the chicken soup.
Yeah, I like the maple.
It's a great product. I love that it's organic, and you can have fun with your pets at home.
Great on a hot day.
And the next one is called the Pooch Power. This is a vacuum for cleaning up your dog's poop. Now, hopefully this is outside when you use it, but it's an amazing device. It's cordless. It is so friggin' strong. It's really, really powerful.
I love it.
It's great because a lot of people don't want to clean up their pet stuff or touch it, and this does all the work. In fact, Jay Leno just had it on the show recently.
I love it. That's my favorite. Yeah.
Okay,
I love that.
And it works for all sizes, by the way.
This next item is, it doesn't count for the Vlade drinking game where every time you hear him say pet convincer.
Vlade, I tell you, he's come up with a great one here. I love the Pet Convincer. This is one of the top products also on our site. People are always looking for an effective way to train your dog or cat, and it operates off of CO2 cartridges. It comes with 2, and each additional one's $1.99. You just press a little button on it, and it goes psh, and it really corrects the behavior without hurting your dog, and the dog or cat understands it very quickly. So you want to talk about a device that works effective and fast, this is it.
One convincing blast. Pet behaviors in the past.
Didn't sound anything like
I tried, hey.
The Pet Convincer, okay.
The next product is called the Hound Cooler Dog Cooling System. When you travel with your animals, sometimes they get really hot, and this is an effective way to keep them cool. It comes with a mat that takes advantage of cooling pumps that you add water to this little crate, little device there, like a cooling device, cooler, and then the water comes through, goes into like little pumps that go into the pad, and now this pad is nice and cool for your animal. It runs on 4 D batteries or the cigarette lighter or a 12-volt adapter. So it's very universal, and you can take it with you on your long trips and after pet exercises.
Wow.
The last 2 here are products. We're going to start off with the Snaps. Now, get ready. Your callers are going to have a chance to win 5 of these. It's called the Snaps, and it's a unique collar, and it's designed to display a variety of snap-on fashion ornaments. There's so many different choices that you can choose on there. You take these little buttons, and they snap right onto the collar. So you want to talk about accessorizing your dog. You can just do this anytime you want for a different holiday. In fact, we're going to give away a collar with Christmas snaps on it.
Okay, let's do that right now. 1-866-405-8405. This is exactly what Judy does. I don't dress up my animals or anything like that.
This is so cool.
This next thing is what really excites me here.
Okay.
Probably one of our top picks for the year.
The next one, and we're going to be giving away one of these. We are the only retailer in the U.S. offering this product. It's so brand new. It's called the Eyenimal. And what it is, it's a video camera for dogs or cats. You can have dogs up to 35, actually I think it's up to 32 pounds, and also just about all cats. But it hangs on the dog's or cat's collar, so lightweight, it's just a few ounces. And it records up to 2.5 hours of video of whatever they're doing, whether they're in your backyard or you let them out just briefly. When they come back, you just plug it into your computer, have the whole video of what's gone on for good or bad.
Yeah, I want to know if it's the dog chasing the cat or if the cats are teasing the dog.
Okay, so the only place you can get that, by the way, is at petgadgets.com. We'll put a link over at animalradio.com, and let's go ahead and give away one right now, courtesy of petgadgets.com. It's the Eyenimal, worth $135.
That's right.
2.5 hours of recording time. See what your animal's been up to. Or
if you dare,
put it around your husband's neck.
Well, we don't want to go that far.
I will have this entire list over at animalradio.com, and our countdown continues. Brought to you by Flavicin. Flavicin improves joint functions in dogs, keeping cartilage, tendons, and ligaments healthy and joints flexible in the body of all of your aging animals. To find out more about this breakthrough formula, visit www.yourolderdog.com. Hi, James.
Hello, Doctor. How are you?
Well, hi there. What can I do for you today, James?
Well, I have bought a young ball python from a place called the Pond Place in San Luis Obispo. And because of the name of the place, I just wanted to check the information that they gave me.
Okay.
Since this guy supposedly is more than a couple months old, they said that he's, rapidly growing, and they told me to feed him every 7 to 10 days.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I didn't catch, what kind of species are we?
It's a ball python.
Ball python, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And I just wanted to know, can I, economically also, can I stretch it out? Should I stretch it out? Is it healthy for them? Should I follow their word verbatim? Are they selling me mice,
Sure, and I can understand. You want to know, are they just pushing these rodents on you that you don't need? But in general, for juvenile snakes, feeding every 7 to 10 days is appropriate. As you start to get into adulthood, we stretch that out, and we'd probably go maybe every 2 to 4 weeks. Some guys I'll go every 6 weeks, but that sounds reasonable. And are you feeding live or are you feeding frozen?
I'm feeding live.
Okay.
I feel it's better for my snake to still have an active hunting ability rather than... What are your thoughts on that?
Most veterinarians would say we would prefer the freshly killed or the frozen. This sounds gross, doesn't this, to talk about this on the radio? But just the reason because of the potential for the prey causing bites to the snake, and those are horrible. Sometimes we lose snakes over that. So most veterinarians would recommend to either feed frozen thawed or freshly killed.
Sometimes the mice win that fight, is what you're saying?
Oh, sure, yeah. And especially with ball pythons, they sometimes have problems with lapses in their appetite for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes it's husbandry, sometimes it's just seasonal, sometimes in winter they'll fall off and don't eat as well, and that's normal. In some ball pythons, I've had them go a year or more without eating. So if they're not in that mode and ready to eat, you leave that prey in with them, and they actually become bitten because they're just sitting there, and those little critters will nibble on them, and then you become septic and all that. So, so it just be something to be cautious, and I'd say experienced reptile people, may be fine with that, but you just have to be aware and not leave your snake unattended when you're doing the feeding that way.
Yeah.
And how long have you had them?
About a month now.
How's he been eating for you?
It's a species that doesn't get 25 feet.
Yes. And, they can live a long time, but size-wise, they're very reasonable, 3-4 feet, very comfortable. The biggest problem I see with the ball pythons, and veterinarians get so many calls about these guys, is because they're very sensitive, and they do go off their food quite a bit. So do your best to keep the husbandry right where it needs to be, and, if your guy wants to eat every 7 days, 10 days, I don't see a problem as long as we're in good body condition and we're not getting fat. And yes, snakes can get fat.
Really?
Yeah, so if you haven't already set up with a snake veterinarian in your area, that might not be a bad time to actually kind of start to feel things out and find one who's very comfortable in your area and working with the species.
I will do that.
Thanks for calling, James. We appreciate that.
All right. Great program. I listen to you every chance I get.
What is that, on KVEC there in San Luis Obispo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good station. We appreciate it, James. Thanks for listening to Animal Radio. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with anyone of the Dream Team right now.
Giving your dog water on the road can be both messy and dangerous. Swerves and spills make the experience unpleasant, and ordinary dishes just aren't up to the task. Now there's K9 Travel Mug, designed to fit securely in your vehicle's cup holder. K9 Travel Mugs also comes with a special spill-resistant rim and are made of durable and attractive stainless steel. Great for road trips of any kind. Your dog will love having a travel mug of their own. Visit K9TravelMugs.com or find us on Facebook.
Get ready to make a very big place in your heart for Oogie, an incredible story about an unforgettable dog, says Gary David Goldberg, creator of Family Ties. Oogie's story confirms what Dewey taught me years ago. Even a wounded animal is capable of amazing joy if given love and respect, raves Vicki Myron, author of the #1 bestseller Dewey. Read the true story of Oogie, a dog nearly fatally injured who adopted a family and changed their lives forever. Oogie by Larry Levin, the dog only a family could love. Available wherever books are sold.
Never see, touch, or smell messy waste again. The scoop-free self-cleaning litter box automatically sweeps away waste after Kitty does its business. For a limited time, Animal Radio listeners can enjoy a special holiday offer. Get the scoop-free self-cleaning litter box, a free toy, and free shipping for only $99.99. Offer can be redeemed at scoopfree.com/Animal Radio. Offer expires December 31st.
When I went looking for a quality allergen-free dog food for Roscoe, a friend told me about canine caviar. Being a born skeptic, I examined every ingredient and most importantly, made sure it drove our dog's taste buds crazy. Here's the lowdown. Canine caviar is holistic, allergen-free, with raw dehydrated meats, herbs, fish oil, and flaxseed for health and joint support. Good food for Roscoe from a company I can trust. Ask your pet store for canine caviar. Learn more at caninecaviar.com.
This is
Animal Radio, baby. I think about Boog, the studio cat.
He's getting up there in age.
He's getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's walking a little slower.
His steps are a little, slower. It's a little harder to climb the stairs. We got the little things to help him climb up to the couch.
Got to have those. And to make sure he can get up there and go to sleep. Because, cats spend 18 hours a day sleeping. If they don't get their sleep, and especially an older cat may sleep a little bit less, but they all, their bones start to ache. And you might be looking at glucosamine or chondroitin. I know there's all kinds of supplements out there. There's so many things to help you with your pet as they get older. Hi, Mary, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Tell us a little bit about your dog, will you?
Well, actually, we've got 3, but Cinnamon would chase anything and jump anywhere.
Uh-huh.
And he had damaged a vertebrae in his lower back and his cervical. And they couldn't do anything about it surgically because of his age. And the vet said that glucosamine and chondroitin might help him, but that a lot of the ones on the market weren't really effective. And we were using Rimadyl at the same time because he was in quite a bit of pain from it.
And that's a pretty heavy-duty pain medication if you don't know about that.
And it's something that has some effect on their kidneys and their heart, and so you really don't want to give it for a really long time if you can help it.
Yeah.
And this was something that was going to be... it was just going to be there for the rest of his life. He had arthritis in his knees and this problem with his low back.
So you were at wit's end, huh?
I pretty much was, yeah. He was not able to climb a couple of stairs to get in the back door, and, he just wasn't a very happy dog, and that was really odd for him. He'd been a really happy dog.
Okay, now you were talking about Flavicin. What is it, and how did you find it, and what does it do?
Well, I found it on the Internet. I get, everything from everybody who sells pet drugs, and I got a Flavicin ad on the Internet and went out, and they've got some decent documentation on, how it's produced and what it does. It's got a glucosamine and chondroitin base to it. It's also got some other things in it that help with bone and ligament and tendon and all of those things that kind of attach.
Is this something that you put over your dog's food?
Well, you can. My dogs think that it's a dog treat.
Oh, okay.
And so we've just kind of gone with that, because then they think it's something special.
Right.
It's about the size of like a pet tab. It's about, an inch across and about half an inch thick. And based on the weight of the dog, you give them either 3 or 4 of them in a day in 2 different doses. It just is real palatable. It's got like a kind of beefy, livery flavor to it, but if you get it on your hands, it doesn't stink.
What did you notice, and how long did it take?
Just his general movement. When he got up in the morning, when they're usually a little bit stiff when they're that age.
Right.
He started getting up a lot more easily. Instead of kind of dragging himself to his feet, he'd just hop up. He could get back on the bed within about 2 weeks. And he hadn't been doing that for months.
Mm-hmm.
Within a month, his eyes had cleared, his back didn't seem to bother him as much. We had dropped to about a third as much Rimadyl as we had been giving him.
Mm-hmm.
He started chasing things again.
Mm-hmm. So you would go ahead and recommend this to listeners that might be having similar problems?
I absolutely would. We've also got a dog who had a broken leg that I ran over with the car. It's one of those things that she was laying in the grass and I ran over her, and her leg was broken. And she was young, and it was a clean break, and so they cast it. And we started giving it to her, and the vet was amazed at how fast she healed.
Sounds like good stuff. It's called Flavicin. Go directly to the website at yourolderdog.com. Mary, thank you so much for calling in today.
No problem. Thanks so much.
This is
Animal Radio. This is
Animal Radio.
Welcome to the show, Nancy. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderfully. How are you?
Very good. Very good. You sound very... Where are you calling from today that you're so darn happy?
I'm calling from North Carolina.
Everybody from North Carolina, they all seem happy when they call. Have you noticed that, Judy?
It must be the South,
something about the north. Yeah, the air over there.
I guess so. You got good air in there in North Carolina. What's going on with your pets?
Well, I have a question about those soft claws for cats, and I don't know if I'm using the right word, that you put on the claws of a cat so it doesn't scratch the furniture. Pros and cons.
Okay. Have you tried them before? Or are you looking into possibly getting into this for your kitty?
I have not tried them, but yes, I'm combining households with my new husband, and my cat will be coming with me, of course, and we have fine furniture, and there's also a declawed cat that this cat will be sharing a household with, so I don't want any problems with that situation as well.
I gotcha. Okay. So, so soft paws, soft claws, there's different names and different brands out there. But basically what they are little vinyl caps. So what we basically do with those is we trim the kitty's nails and find the appropriate size nail cap, and then use a special adhesive glue to put that on the nail to keep that from snagging and hopefully getting into problems around the house, whether it's scratching or scratching furniture or other kitties or people or what have you. So yes, I do think there's a certain place for these items. I personally, as a veterinarian, am very frustrated with them, just because in many cases I'm the one that puts those on. But at the household level, they are wonderful. You just have to be patient and you have to be diligent about staying up with these. So the downside is that I see that these claws, the soft paws, can come off frequently, and I'm a kind of busy lady. I don't do my nails, and I find it hard to do cat's nails. So for me, that's the biggest downside, is that it's a time management thing of staying up with this, making sure you keep the nails trimmed, because as the nail grows, the cap will fall off. So you have to be faithful and diligent about that way. But other than that, I don't have a lot of other cons about it. The definite pros about it are that hopefully we can avoid things like declawing, scratching furniture, scratching people, and getting into trouble in that regard. So there's so many benefits of it. I would not hesitate to try it. I just would say keep your patience intact, and it depends on the kitty. Some cats are real squeamish about having their toes messed with. If your kitty's good about having toenail trims, then there's not a reason not to try it. And it's generally well tolerated.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, would you suggest perhaps that I go to a veterinarian for the first time around to learn technique?
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea. And the common thing is I see a lot of people don't trim cats' nails properly. So we want to make sure we're trimming them short enough that it's meaningful, but not too short that we're going to hurt the kitty. So I think making sure we've got good nail trim technique down is very important. That's the starting point. Then it's just a matter of kind of eyeballing, finding the right size cap, and knowing what size we're going to need to keep on the kitty's nails. So yeah, I do like to, and I make fun because it is frustrating as a veterinarian because, we have other things to do. So I usually have my technicians take care of this little detail. I can do my surgery or playing with the birds or what have you around here.
Nancy, do you have a scratching post?
I'm going to get one. What we're doing is combining households, so yes, I'm going to have several scratching posts, and it's really not the furniture damage. I just don't want the declawed cat, whom is adopted, and we did not declaw him, my other cat hurting that cat initially, until everybody gets to be a happy cat. North Carolina happy cat.
Good. Thank you so much for your call. Good luck. If you have problems, give us a call back. We do follow-ups.
Great. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Let's take a call for Joy Turner, animal communicator Joy Turner, answering a call for, let's go to Barbara. Hi, Barbara.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Where are you today?
I am in Colorado.
Oh, beautiful state, my home state, and you're on with Joy Turner.
Hi, Barbara. Hi, Joy. I have maybe two little short questions for you. One is for my black lab who died a few years ago. His name was Pup, and he was like 16 years old when he died. But he kind of died when he was by himself, and I feel kind of guilty about that.
Okay, well, I have to tell you, he's in my head before you can even go any further.
Really?
Yes. He so has wanted, and this is how emphatic he is about this, he has so wanted to be able to talk to you because he had to leave when there was no one else around.
Okay.
He had too great of a life to be able to want to let go of it when there was anyone that he loved around. So he wanted really to be by himself. And he says he wasn't really actually alone because there were all of his what he calls his people on the other side, his guides and friends and everybody that he's known.
Right.
We're all there with him. It's just that none of his physically embodied friends were there, and he really needed it to be like that to be able to let go.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, but, you never want them by themselves.
Yes, well, he had to be, and he said he actually chose that.
That's what we were thinking, because it seems like right after we all left, and we were only gone for a few hours.
Yeah, he said he had to. He would have stayed if he didn't.
Okay, that sounds great. And my other question is, I have a little Pomeranian named Shadow, and I just want to make sure that, sometimes I feel like I snap at him, and, I just want to make sure he knows I'm not angry at him, I guess, when I snap at him.
Okay, well, first Pup wants to say he loves you before he disconnects.
Oh, good.
Okay. And Shadow also is here, and he says, well, you do snap at him.
Yeah.
And he's not really sure why, because he says a lot of times he doesn't think he's doing anything wrong.
Right.
So if you could explain to him why you snap at him, that'd make him a lot happier.
Yeah, usually he's just so excited. Like, I drive, and he's with me in the vehicle, and sometimes he sits on my lap, but he knows when we get home, he's just so anxious to get out of the vehicle that I just, I'm like, can't you just wait a second until I open the door? And
he says, well, you don't have to snap at him.
I know.
You could just ask him to wait. He says, he's here to help you learn some patience, don't you?
Yeah, I learn patience.
I hope that helps you out, Barbara. 1-866-405-8405 to connect with any one of the Dream Team. It could be veterinarian Dr. Debbie, or it could be animal communicator Joey Turner, Vladi the world-famous Russian dog wizard, or Joey Villani, dog father Joey Villani. We got to get out of here. Remember, you can email us all week long at yourvoice@animalradio.com. Links to everything that you've heard on today's show over at animalradio.com.
Always adopt, don't declaw.
This is Animal Radio
Network.